In this video, I want to show you how to add circles to your scrapbook layout. So watch this video for more scrapbook tips and scrap along with me. If we just met, my name is Monia and I'm owner of Digidesignresort, and I'm doing this now for 12 long years. Scrapbooking has been for me an amazing journey because I met people from all over the world. And it's not just about memory preserving, but also about that community. And that is why I'm showing you different kind of layouts and helping you to preserve your beautiful memories. For this scrapbooking layout and the entire mini book collection, I'm using the It's a Boy's World scrapbooking kit. But don't worry, you don't have to resize all the elements and papers. You will find a link below this video, and I have already done all that for you, so you can start right away. So before we get started, please subscribe to our channel, click the little bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video, and hit the like button. And now let's get started with the scrapbooking. Okay, we are back to our layout creating, and I show you what we did in the last video. That was the last one, and now I want to show what Chrissy does when he's at home. So he's playing with the eggs, or well, sometimes he's sleeping. That was a day when we picked him up, and here is like a little mini book which I can decorate and add images to as well. And you see I have a lot of images here, and that is what I want to do now. But I want to show you one thing first, and that is why I'm putting the book here to the top, and I want to show you that thing. To be honest, I really just fall in love with it. So it's such a cute thing. You just, it's from We Are Memory Makers, and you just put a paper inside, and then you close it. You use this thing to cut, and then you just turn it around wherever you want the size, and then you have a circle. And I have created already some. You see here, I have created a circle here which is empty in the inside, and here is just a circle, and we can use those things to decorate our layout, so we have additional elements just because of that thingy here. And let me show you how that works, and we're going to use them for the layout. And you know, I just need to open that, then I put the paper under it, and then, well, it's a little bit damaged here, so I just pull it over, and I just close it. You know, be careful because now you have holes here in the paper, but here is something on it already, so it doesn't really matter. And now I use that thing where inside there is a little knife. Here you can see the little knife, and now I just put it here inside. I make it bigger now. You just need to move it under these things here. You know, I can't really show that to you, so and now I need to be careful because it goes, yeah, nearly out. Yeah, it should fit. And then we go around here. You see, it's pretty easy. I just move it around, and basically that's it. Now I have my circle, and if I want to cut it now on the inside, I would just move that thing here and cut it in the way I want. I won't do that now. I will first show you what I did. Just let me pull it open, and you see I have a perfect circle. How cool is that? So now I can put that under my photo or wherever, and I can also now cut it in the middle, and I'm going to show you that as well. So let me put that thing under it again. So now we make a smaller one. Oops. So you see it's under, and I just turn it around. Done. So I won't pull it up right now because then it moves and you know, you can't see what I'm doing actually. So now I use it 1 inch or 2, whatever you prefer. I think I do it now half an inch, or maybe a bit more here. You tell me, I'm not that familiar with inch. And now I move it around again. So that's it. Now I can make it open, and you see what happened. I have a little circle and one with a hole. So, you know, maybe that's not perfect, depending on what you want to do. As I showed you already, I have other circles where I just cut out the whole thing here and just left a small line. We can do it together one more time. Here is what I mean. I have that circle and that one inside here, and I just have a small frame. Then we can also just pull it over the image, and that is what I want to show you now. I have a little bit space left here on the top right. I need to be careful because here are some holes, because when I close that, I'm going to make a hole inside the paper here, so I must be careful. But okay, so now we are putting that inside here. Maybe you can measure it, but I'm just estimating. We see for what we need it. Turn it around. I have my hole, and now I move it here, yeah, a bit more, maybe just one circle. It's a bit tricky, but you get quickly used to it, so it's not such a big deal. So what can I say? It looks worse as it actually is. So now I'm going to open that, and in best case, yeah, you see what has happened. I have a much smaller frame here. I'm going to use that for my layout now. I might use all the circles later on. Just now I wanted to show you how that thingy works. And it's not the cheapest thing you can buy, but you can create a lot of things. You can create circles, of course, but circles with hole, without hole. You can put two under each other. You can make a pattern from it. So there are a lot of things you can do with it. Don't ask me why this is happening here. Okay. So now back to the book, and you see now I can maybe put this under it, and yeah, it's different. It's a little bit different. So maybe we are going to do that. This side needs to be pretty simple because I want to add some stamps. I'm going to show them to you in a minute because I just got these stamps and I'm totally in love with them. So let me show you that in a second. First, I'm going to glue on the paper and my circle. So you can already see it's different. And now we are using the stamps for that layered, and we are also using some more of maybe of the circles or flowers later on. So maybe here we put a flower. You know, it's a layout usually is building up. You cannot just say, okay, this is how it goes, and then you just glue it together and that's it. It's always something you put together and which changes over time when you are adding your elements. Okay, so now let me show you my stamps. This one from Heidi Swap. and maybe I pronounce it a little bit more like German, because the German Heidi is really just Heidi, and I know she pronounces her name a little bit different, but you know, whatever. Here are the things which I take care of. Here are all the stems I really love for that little guy, and I'm going to show you which especially. Maybe here like the arrow, or here the stars, or currently when he's doing something bad. I really thought that would be a nice thing to have here. And here the weather sticker, or just saying our best life. So you see, I haven't even unpacked it, and that is what I'm going to do now, to show you what's included here in these stamps. And lately I've been really in love with these kind of stamps, because you know, you can use them more often, just like scrapbooking elements you print on your computer. You can also use these stamps over and over again. That's why I think this is a perfect way to scrapbook. Otherwise you can just use things once and never again. So I personally really like that. So here are the stamps. Love maybe fits very well. And then also currently, this is for that set of pictures. And maybe we also have something for that one here where he's sleeping. Sometimes he is sleeping. And yeah, that's how we go on with it. And here is another set. I actually have 2 more sets. Yeah, I wasted kind of some money. I wasted. It's not wasted. For me, it's really an investment. So yeah, here's what loving right now. I can put that very well here, because he's loving to play with whatever comes under his paws, and that fits very well. So let's go ahead and try out the stamps we have here. So you know already how I'm doing that. So for that I need my stamp block, of course. Put it here on top. And then I use a stamp pad. What would also be nice is have stamps in different colors, and that is one thing I'm going to buy as soon as I find them somewhere. And I guess I'm going to find them somewhere on Amazon. You can really influence what you find. And yeah, now I'm putting that stamp here on top, and you see it turns out really pretty. And I always put them back on here, otherwise I guess I will never find them again. So that's why I usually put them back here on my sheet. So now let's use the stars, and you see I can put them wherever I want, and I think that is another very nice thing. I can change them. I can stamp once and then change them all over. And just move that to the top and that one closer, whatever. And then we can stamp again. Oops, been lucky. You see, it's pretty easy to fall in love with these stamps. Lovely. Okay. So now recognize this. It looks a little bit lost. So what do we do now to make it closer or bring it together? Or in our case, it would have been even better to have it bigger, but that's nothing we can influence. So we need to make it attached to the picture. So what can we do here? We need another stamp. So actually, and if you can't hide it, you need to put something on it to show it really well. And that's what I'm going to do with it, this arrow, and I'm going to add that here. So last but not least, we are adding one of these stamps because I want to put the date. This was the day when, you see here is a car, the background of the car. That was a day when we picked him up, so I think it would be nice to have a date stamp here. So and I choose that one, date, time, location. Okay, and I choose that one, date, time, location, and add it to my stamp block. Or maybe I'm going to put it on a little piece of paper, of white paper actually, and put it under it, so it's not everything on the paper here. So whether we can use something like that. No. Maybe a stripe here. Well, yeah, but it would need some colors. So you see it's very bright. Of course it's white, so there would be, I would need something which makes it a bit, brings it into the background, so adding some some elements here. So maybe that wouldn't be perfect, so I'm going to just stamp it, what I really didn't want first. Okay, perfect. So I'm writing on it here. So now, as I said, some flowers, and we are done with that side at least. And I usually add my flowers with this stick, glue stick, instead of the adhesive. Okay, and now I'm using this piece of paper and cutting it into stripes to have 2 stripes here and 1 or 2 here on top, so we have it a little bit more balanced. Okay, I cut it in half, 1 for the top and 1 for the bottom. Yeah, I think that looks much better, so that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, that's the left side for now. We are going to do the right in the next video.